The Ravens Hollow police station stands defiant against the relentless rain, its windows blurring the line between inside and out. Detective Michael Harris, haunted by recent disappearances, stares out into the storm. His face reflects the weight of unsolved mysteries, each drop of rain echoing the town's growing despair. The relentless rain mirrors the relentless pressure, as Detective Harris remains motionless, contemplating the shadows that grip Raven's Hollow. His gaze remains fixed on the storm, a silent promise to unravel the dark secrets hidden within the town. The rain continues its assault, each drop a reminder of the lives hanging in the balance. In the stark interview room, Harris strides confidently, ready to begin. Claire Donovan sits clutching a mug, her auburn hair still damp with anxiety. Harris settles opposite her, notebook in hand, a professional calm radiating from him. The room buzzes with unspoken tension as the interview begins. The setting is stark, the stakes high. The modern office exudes a sterile calm, its clean lines and minimalist decor reflecting an almost clinical detachment. Harris, a man in his mid-40s, sits behind a large, imposing desk, his presence commanding yet subtly scrutinizing. Across from him, Ms. Donovan, barely past 30, maintains her composure, though a flicker of nervousness betrays her inner state. Harris's voice cuts through the silence, a calculated politeness masking the weight of his words. "Thank you for coming in, Ms. Donovan." The weight of Harris's words hangs in the air as Ms. Donovan absorbs the weight of the situation. The camera pans to the window, showing the bustling city outside, contrasting with the contained tension within the office. In a bare room, Claire stands alone, uncertainty clouding her gaze. She fidgets slightly, the silence amplifying her hesitation. Her voice wavers, filled with doubt as she speaks. "I don't know if what I saw will help." Her words hang in the air, questioning the value of her knowledge. The room is bare and cold, an empty vessel holding untold stories. Harris, a man etched with the harsh marks of time, sits in stark silence. The air vibrates with unspoken words, the tension almost a tangible presence. Harris leans forward, his gaze intense. "Start from the beginning. Anything could be important." His words hang in the air, a command and a plea, urging the unseen to unravel the past. In the sterile confines of the interview room, Claire struggles to maintain composure. Detective Washington leans forward, his gaze intense yet reassuring, a silent promise of understanding. Claire's voice trembles as she recounts the harrowing sight. "I was walking home. I saw a man dragging someone into a van." Her memory sharpens on a chilling detail. "I couldn't see his face, but I saw a tattoo." The weight of her words hangs heavy in the air as she reveals the mark of the serpent. A serpent. The word echoes in the stark room, a harbinger of unseen danger. In the dead of night, a shadowy figure lurks in the alley, a silent predator ready to strike. A desperate struggle ensues as the figure drags a person toward a sinister black van. The person's desperate attempts to break free are met with ruthless force. A chilling glimpse of the serpent tattoo on the figure's wrist hints at the darkness within. The black van waits, a silent promise of terror and despair. In the stark light of his office, Harris pores over files, his brow a landscape of worry. Claire's words echo in his mind, a haunting melody of concealed truths. He replays her statement, each syllable a shadow in the theater of his thoughts. Doubt gnaws at him, a sense that Claire is a fortress of secrets, her truth barricaded. He pauses, lost in a labyrinth of suspicion, the weight of unspoken words heavy in the air. His resolve hardens. He must unearth the buried truth, no matter the cost. Beneath the cloak of night, Harris arrives at Claire's modest apartment building, the dim glow of streetlights casting long shadows. The building stands as a silent witness, its aged facade hinting at stories untold. Harris approaches the entrance, each step measured, anticipation building with every stride. He pauses, hand raised to knock, a moment of reflection before the follow-up interview begins. The knock echoes softly in the night, a summons to a rendezvous shrouded in mystery. Waiting, he stands motionless, the night air still, the apartment building holding its breath. Inside Claire's apartment, A subtle scent of lavender fills the air, yet unease permeates as Claire appears restless. The tidy apartment offers a stark contrast to the inner turmoil. Each step she takes echoes the growing tension within her. The lavender scent does little to calm her mounting anxiety. An oppressive silence fills the room. Tension coils like a viper ready to strike. Claire's voice breaks the quiet. "Do you think you'll catch him?" Her question hangs in the balance, unanswered, amplifying the uncertainty. The air thickens with unspoken fears and looming possibilities. In the dim, isolating light, Claire stands alone, a solitary figure consumed by fear and uncertainty. Tears well up, reflecting a deep inner turmoil as she grapples with mounting dread. Her voice trembles as she whispers her deepest fear into the silent abyss. "I'm scared." The question hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken dread. What if he knows I saw him? In the dim confines of the police station, Harris is hunched intently, his gaze locked on the grainy footage flickering on the screen. The gas station at night, a stage for secrets, is captured in stark detail by the surveillance camera. A nondescript black van lurks near the pumps, its presence as ominous as the night itself. A fleeting glimpse, a hand reaching out, an arm exposed, reveals a distinctive serpent tattoo. That serpent, a symbol of hidden motives and dangerous truths, coils around the driver's wrist. The night holds its breath, secrets etched in ink under the harsh glow of the gas station lights. Harris sits in his office, the computer screen illuminating his focused stare. The glow of the screen reflects in his eyes, revealing the intensity of his focus. The information on the screen reveals the van is registered to Tyler Brooks. Tyler Brooks, 32, a mechanic with a violent history. Harris absorbs the details, his expression hardening with resolve. An old house stands alone, its peeling paint a stark testament to neglect and decay. Harris and his team arrive, their faces set with a grim determination as they prepare for surveillance. The team members begin setting up surveillance equipment, their movements precise and focused. Brooks remains unseen, his absence heightening the tension as the operation unfolds. Amidst the chaos of her workplace, Claire desperately dials a number, her anxiety palpable. Her eyes dart around the room, reflecting her growing panic as she waits for a response. Her voice trembling, Claire blurts out, "Harris, it's me. You need to get down here now." The urgency in her voice hangs in the air as she awaits Harris's arrival, her face etched with worry. In the dim expanse, a palpable sense of unease fills the air. Claire's eyes dart around, betraying her mounting fear. Her voice drops to a whisper, barely audible as she speaks of her tormentor. "Detective, Tyler Brooks was at my work today." She shivers, her voice trembling. "He just stared." At Claire's workplace, a palpable tension hangs in the air as Harris arrives, his sharp gaze immediately spotting Claire's distress. Claire stands, visibly shaken, her fragility a stark contrast to the professional environment. Harris's eyes narrow, his face hardening with a resolve that cuts through the tension. A decision crystallizes in Harris's eyes, a silent promise of action forming. The weight of responsibility settles onto Harris's shoulders as he prepares to confront the situation. The air thickens with anticipation as Harris steels himself, ready to face whatever lies ahead. Claire steps into Harris's home, her face a canvas of relief shadowed by apprehension. The house embraces her with its lived-in warmth, a comforting contrast to the uncertainties ahead. She pauses, her gaze sweeping over the familiar surroundings, each object telling a silent story. A deep breath fills her lungs, a fragile attempt to anchor herself in this moment of uneasy calm. Yet, beneath the surface, the weight of what is to come casts a long, haunting shadow over her. Under the kitchen light, Harris and Claire share a silent meal, the wooden table a simple stage for their unspoken emotions. Harris pauses, his expression thoughtful as he savors the moment. His eyes reflect a depth of consideration as he chews slowly. Claire watches him, her lips curve into a hesitant smile. Her eyes sparkle with a mix of hope and uncertainty. The simple meal becomes a canvas for their complex feelings. In the stark isolation of an unknown location, a lone spotlight pierces the darkness, revealing Claire. Her face is a canvas of defiance, yet a flicker of vulnerability betrays the strength she projects. Her voice cuts through the silence, each word a testament to her resilience. My parents were never around. A pause, heavy with unspoken history, hangs in the air as she steels herself. The spotlight intensifies, mirroring the growing intensity in her voice as she continues. I learned to fend for myself. In the echo of her words, Claire's defiance solidifies, casting a shadow of the battles she has faced alone. In the dimly lit room, Harris sits alone, a solitary figure consumed by shadows. Lost in thought, he stares intently into his drink, the silence amplifying his inner turmoil. His voice cracks as he reflects. I had a failed marriage, an estranged daughter. This job takes its toll. The weight of past failures and present burdens hangs heavy in the air around Harris. In the dimly lit living room of Harris's house, a photograph rests on Claire's outstretched hand. The photograph seems to bridge an unspoken tension between Claire and Harris. The photograph hovers in the air, a silent messenger between two lives. Claire's expression is a mixture of hope and trepidation. The photograph in Claire's hand, a silent story waiting to be told. Harris's gaze is fixed on the photograph, a storm of memories swirling within. In a nondescript room, an unseen light source casts shadows. Claire enters the room, her expression suggesting urgency. Claire's voice echoes in the empty space. You should see this. Claire gestures towards an unseen object, her face a mixture of concern and urgency. In Harris's living room, a framed photograph captures a moment frozen in time. Claire and Tyler Brooks beam with youthful joy at the fairground, unaware of what lies ahead. Sunlight dances across the glass, illuminating their smiles. Their joyous laughter echoes only in the silence of the room. The fairground blazes with color, a stark contrast to the somber mood. A bittersweet memory, preserved in glass and light. The silence stretches, thick with unspoken tension. Harris's gaze hardens, a shadow of recognition flickering across his face. You knew him. The weight of the unspoken hangs heavy in the air. His voice echoes slightly in the vast, unknown space. In a dim, stark room, Claire's voice trembles, fear and regret coloring her words. She begins to unravel a tangled web of past love and present dread. We dated, years ago. The shadows deepen as she confesses. He became possessive. I left him. He told me I'd regret it. In a final, fearful whisper, she admits, I was afraid you'd think I was involved. In the stark expanse of an unknown location, an oppressive tension permeates the atmosphere, hinting at hidden conflicts and unspoken truths. The air crackles with unspoken accusations as Harris confronts the silence with a demand for answers. Harris's voice echoes in the emptiness, laden with the weight of betrayal and the bitterness of concealed truths. You should have told me, Harris declares, his words cutting through the silence like a shard of glass. The unknown location seems to amplify Harris's accusation, turning his personal pain into a palpable force. The weight of Harris's words hangs heavy in the air, demanding a reckoning and exposing the fragility of trust. In the stark emptiness, a single spotlight isolates Claire, her form silhouetted against the infinite void. Her shoulders slump, her gaze drawn to an unseen abyss as the weight of unspoken regret crushes her. The silence amplifies the echoes of her past as she stares into the lonely expanse. Her voice cracks as she whispers, I was ashamed. In the stark unknown, Harris extends a comforting hand, a beacon of solace in the surrounding uncertainty. His touch conveys unspoken reassurance, a silent promise of shared strength amid the surrounding chaos. Harris looks into her eyes, offering words of solace. None of this is your fault. His words hang in the air, a tender absolution in the face of unseen burdens. In the silent woods, a jogger runs, their breath heavy, drops of sweat glistening on their forehead. The jogger stops abruptly, eyes widening in horror. An unseen horror unfolds before the jogger, the air thick with the metallic scent of blood. The scene is filled with unimaginable brutality. The jogger stands frozen, the metallic scent of blood hanging heavy in the air. Inside the sterile police station, the weight of responsibility bears down on Harris as he faces his team. Charts and maps, a web of marked locations, narrate silent stories of ongoing investigations. The air hangs heavy, thick with unspoken anxieties and unresolved leads. Fluorescent lights cast a cold, clinical glow, amplifying the gravity of their task. In this moment, the weight of their mission is palpable, each member feeling the collective burden. Harris approaches his house under the cloak of night. The front porch light casts a golden glow upon Claire, who waits patiently on the steps. She sits in silent anticipation, a figure bathed in the warm light. The house looms behind her, a silent witness to the unfolding scene. Harris closes the distance, his arrival imminent. In the dimly lit room, shadows swirl around Claire, yet her resolve remains unshaken. Her voice cuts through the silence, fueled by unwavering conviction. "We can't just hide," she declares, her words echoing in the shadowy expanse. A subtle shift in her stance underscores her unyielding resolve. Her final words resonate with a call to action. "We have to stop him." Harris and Claire face each other in the living room, the air thick with unspoken conflict. Harris's voice rises with restrained frustration. "I don't understand why you're pushing back on this." Claire's sharp retort cuts through the tension. "Because it's insane, Harris. It's too risky." The weight of their disagreement hangs heavy, casting a pall over the room. In the stark expanse of the unknown, Claire's face hardens with resolve, her features sharpening with unwavering determination. Her hands clench into tight fists, each knuckle a testament to the battle within, as she prepares to confront the shadows looming over her. A surge of defiance ignites in her eyes, casting off the last vestiges of doubt as she steels herself for the trials ahead. With a voice ringing with newfound strength, Claire declares, "I won't let him ruin my life." As the echoes of her conviction reverberate, Claire affirms, "I can do this." Against the inky canvas of night, the warehouse stands as a desolate monument, its darkened windows like vacant eyes staring into the abyss. The wind whispers secrets through shattered panes, carrying tales of forgotten deals and impending shadows. No light escapes its confines, a stark declaration that tonight, darkness reigns supreme. Here, in this forgotten husk, destinies will collide, and the sting will unfold under the watchful eyes of the night. In the heart of the abandoned warehouse, Claire's solitary figure is a beacon against the darkness. The gloom of the warehouse seems to amplify her nervous energy. Deep within the shadows, Harris remains hidden, a predator lurking in the inky black. The faintest light catches the cold steel of his drawn gun. The warehouse is silent, save for the echo of Claire's heartbeat. Harris is a dark figure, gun raised, swallowed by the darkness. In the dead of night, a black van bursts into the scene, its screech echoing amidst the darkness. The engine sputters, and the van grinds to a halt. From the shadows emerges Tyler Brooks. His face remains hidden, cloaked in mystery. In the desolate expanse of the abandoned warehouse, Brooks advances, a cruel smile twisting his features. The air thickens with unspoken threat as Brooks moves closer to Claire. Claire watches Brooks approach, her eyes grow wide. The smile on Brooks's face hints at the darkness about to unfold. The warehouse holds its breath, awaiting the inevitable confrontation between Brooks and Claire. The air crackles with unspoken threats in the unknown location. Claire's voice cuts through the silence. "Stay where you are, Tyler." Tyler freezes, the command hanging heavy in the air. The tension is palpable, a moment stretched to its breaking point. The standoff continues, each breath a gamble in the silent battle. In an unknown location, Brooks stands, his eyes burning with fury. His fists clench and unclench, a physical manifestation of his barely contained rage. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Brooks's anger fills the space. With barely controlled fury, Brooks explodes. "You think you can play me, after everything?" In the stark, undefined expanse, Harris emerges, his presence cutting through the silence. His voice echoes, shattering the stillness with a sharp demand. "Hands up, Brooks!" The challenge hangs in the air, a gauntlet thrown in the emptiness. Harris is waiting for a response. Silence is the only answer. Harris remains alert. In the heart of the desolate warehouse, Brooks explodes into action. Brooks lunges forward, his intent is clear as he propels himself towards Claire. The brutal force sends Claire hurtling down, the air thick with the sound of impact. Claire collapses to the rough ground, the warehouse echoes with the sudden violence. In the echoing expanse of the abandoned warehouse, the sharp report of Harris's gunshot shatters the silence. A surge of figures in tactical gear bursts forth. The tactical team converges, a coordinated wave closing on their target. The team overwhelms Brooks. Brooks is wrestled to the ground. Brooks is pinned beneath the weight of the team. In the stark interrogation room, Brooks leans forward, a disturbing glint in his eyes. His chilling calm fills the air as he speaks. "Yes, I confess." A confession hangs heavy, each word a calculated strike. Brooks murmurs with disturbing conviction, "I did it all for Claire." In the stark, desolate space, Brooks stands alone, his face a twisted mask of fury and anguish. His bloodshot eyes blaze with a torment that consumes him. The sparse furnishings of the room mirror the unraveling of his life. His voice cracks with raw emotion as he spits out, "She was mine, she ruined me." The room echoes with the venom of his words, each syllable a testament to his shattered world. Brooks succumbs to the weight of his despair. In the police station's briefing room, exhaustion hangs heavy as Harris sits at the head of the table, his team gathered around him. Stripes of sunlight cut through the room, casting shadows on their weary faces, highlighting the toll of relentless duty. Despite the grim atmosphere, a genuine smile flickers across Harris's face, breaking through his usual stoicism. The room pulses with a silent understanding, the shared weight of countless nights etched into every line. In this moment of camaraderie, the burdens of the job momentarily lift, replaced by an unspoken bond. The sunlight streams, a fragile promise of dawn after a long, dark night. Night falls on the road as Harris drives, the silence inside the car thick with unspoken words. Claire stares out the window, lost in thought, as the city lights blur past. The car cuts through the darkness, each mile deepening the emotional distance between them. Silence fills the car as Claire continues to stare out the window, the weight of unspoken emotions heavy in the air. In a nondescript room, dust motes dance, suspended in the faint light. Harris stands in the room, the thick tension almost palpable. Harris breaks the silence, his voice a calm reassurance in the oppressive air. "You're safe now." The weight of unspoken fears lingers, despite Harris's comforting words. Muffled sobs echo through the unknown location, filling the air with heavy fear. Regret hangs in the air, thick and suffocating. Claire's voice breaks the silence. "I don't feel safe." She trembles, haunted by the memory of those who came before. "I keep thinking about the women who died." Her voice cracks with remorse. "If I had told you sooner." The car's headlights cut through the night as Harris steers it to the roadside. The vehicle slows, its tires crunching on the gravel shoulder as it comes to a stop. The engine idles quietly, the only sound against the vast, dark expanse. Harris sits motionless for a moment, the silence amplifying the tension. The car rests under the dark sky, a small island of light in a sea of shadows. An oppressive stillness fills the room, the air thick with unspoken grief. Harris's eyes reflect a profound understanding, radiating a calm assurance. Harris offers words of solace, his voice a gentle balm in the heavy atmosphere. "You can't blame yourself." His voice firm with conviction, Harris continues, "You survived, and you helped us stop him." In the stark darkness, a single spotlight pierces through, illuminating Claire's face, a canvas painted with fear and defiance. Alone in the abyss, she braces herself against the unseen, a silent vow etched on her lips. Her voice cuts through the silence, a fragile declaration of courage. "I don't want to be afraid anymore." Her words echo in the vast emptiness, a beacon of hope against the encroaching shadows. Claire's apartment now glows with a newfound warmth, a sanctuary from the night. Soft lighting casts long shadows, enhancing the sense of intimacy and comfort. Subtle changes hint at a life renewed, a space transformed by time and healing. The air is still, filled with the promise of peace and quiet reflection. Every corner whispers stories of resilience, of finding solace within familiar walls. The apartment now feels like a refuge, embracing Claire with open arms. In the soft glow of the dining area, Harris and Claire face each other across the table, a silent tableau of untold stories. The remnants of their meal lie between them, each plate a testament to moments shared and words unspoken. The soft lighting casts long shadows, highlighting the subtle nuances of their expressions. A profound silence hangs in the air, thick with the weight of unspoken words and unresolved emotions. Sunlight floods the room, illuminating the quiet solitude where Claire sits, a faint smile gracing her lips. Bathed in golden light, Claire's peaceful expression hints at a serene inner world. A moment of stillness as dust motes dance around her, enhancing the ethereal quality of the scene. In a gentle whisper, Claire murmurs, "I'm starting to feel normal again." The soft light accentuates the subtle contentment in her eyes, reflecting a newfound sense of ease. Her posture relaxed, Claire seems to absorb the sunlight, as if drawing strength from its warmth. In a stark, nondescript room, Harris exudes an aura of unshakable confidence. With a self-assured smirk, Harris declares, "Normal's overrated." His words hang in the air, a challenge to conformity. Confidence radiates from him. Harris looks directly ahead. In the softly illuminated living room, unspoken words hang heavy in the air as Claire sits opposite the other character. Dim light casts long shadows, enhancing the sense of deep, unspoken connection between them. Empty coffee cups sit between them, silent witnesses to the quiet understanding blossoming. A soft lamp casts a gentle glow, nurturing the delicate, unspoken emotions. Under the cloak of night, Harris accompanies Claire to her doorstep. They pause at Claire's door, a silent moment hanging between them. The night air crackles with unspoken words as Claire prepares to step inside. With a final glance, Claire enters her apartment, the door closing softly behind her. In the stark setting, a profound stillness amplifies the weight of unspoken words. Claire's tentative voice breaks the silence, hinting at dreams beyond reach. "Do you think we could ever?" Her question hangs in the air, unanswered, as the unknown stretches before them. Claire's words echo in the void, a fragile hope amidst the quiet. In the quiet space, Harris approaches Claire, a look of tender hope illuminating her face. Harris's touch lingers, a silent promise of unwavering support. Harris speaks with soft conviction, "One day at a time, Claire." A brief pause hangs in the air, filled with unspoken hopes and fears. Harris's voice is a beacon of hope. "But yes, I think we could." The possibility of their shared future flickers in their eyes. Raven's Hollow awakens under the caress of sunlight, its buildings painting long shadows that stretch across the streets. Though scars remain boarded windows and raw timber, the pulse of life stubbornly resumes its rhythm. In the town square, the innocent laughter of children dances through the air, a sweet melody against the backdrop of recovery. The townsfolk, with determined spirits, begin to piece together their shattered homes and destinies. Harris returns to his office, his spirit noticeably lifted. Sunlight streams through the window, illuminating his lighter mood. He settles into his chair, a hint of optimism in his eyes. The weight on his shoulders seems to have lessened, replaced by a sense of hope. He begins to work, the atmosphere in the office now filled with newfound energy. In the sterile confines of a police station's makeshift office, Harris sits, weighed down by the case and the haunting memory of Claire. His voice, a mere whisper, breaks the silence. "I can't stop thinking about the case, about Claire." Dr. Amara's calm demeanor offers a stark contrast to Harris's inner turmoil as she gently probes, "Tell me more about your feelings for Claire." Harris's conflicted emotions twist in his next confession. "It's complicated. She's involved, but I also feel drawn to her." He struggles to reconcile duty and desire, his voice laced with uncertainty. "I don't know what to do." The weight of his unspoken feelings hangs heavy in the small, sterile room, amplified by the silence that follows his desperate plea. In the brightly lit office, Michael sits, a study in quiet contemplation. Across from him, Dr. Amara exudes professional calm, papers arranged perfectly on her desk. The room is bathed in gentle light, highlighting the stark contrast between their expressions. Dr. Amara's voice fills the room, a measured tone of professional advice. It's important to acknowledge your feelings, Michael, but also to proceed with caution. Michael listens intently, grappling with the weight of her words. Soft daylight fills Claire's apartment as she sits at her desk, a picture of focused concentration. Her fingers move deftly across the keyboard. A half-empty coffee mug sits close by. Purpose reignites within her as she pours her energy into a new graphic design project. Her workspace is bathed in the warm glow of the morning sun, energizing her work. A sense of renewed vigor fills Claire as she immerses herself in her creative pursuits. In the dead of night, Claire's dreams turn into a battleground as she thrashes wildly, her face contorted in a silent scream. Suddenly, Claire's eyes snap open, wide with raw terror, as she's jolted back into the harsh reality of her bedroom. Each gasp for air is a struggle, as Claire's lungs fight to fill with the breath that seems to elude her grasp. Cold sweat forms a chilling veil on Claire's forehead, each bead a testament to the nightmare's lingering grip. Claire's eyes dart around the room, searching for any sign of the horror that still clings to her senses. The darkness of the room mirrors the shadows of her mind, as Claire tries to piece together the fragments of her terrifying dream. In the quiet of the night, Harris lies in bed, shadows dancing around him. Moonlight spills into the room, yet sleep remains a distant dream for Harris. He tosses, turns, his mind consumed by thoughts of Claire. The weight of unspoken words hangs heavy as Harris stares into the darkness. Haunted by her memory, Harris seeks solace in the stillness of his room. Beneath the canopy of Raven's Hollow, Harris and Claire embark on a sun-kissed stroll through the park. Sunlight filters through the vibrant leaves, casting playful shadows that dance around them. The park's winding path invites them deeper into nature's embrace, where secrets and serenity intertwine. Their steps echo softly on the path, each footstep a gentle rhythm in the park's quiet symphony. The air whispers tales of Raven's Hollow as Harris and Claire continue their journey into the heart of the park. Lost in the moment, they share a silent connection, their presence adding to the park's timeless charm. In a nondescript room, a figure stands, poised and expectant. Harris's gaze is intense, focused on an unseen presence, anticipation filling the silence. A question hangs in the air, a bridge extended into the unknown. "How are you doing?" The room holds its breath, awaiting the unseen recipient's response. A stark room bathed in the harsh light of day. The light deepens, casting long shadows that stretch and distort the room's simple geometry. A lone figure, Claire, stands amidst the starkness, her presence a fragile defiance against the emptiness. Claire speaks, her voice echoing softly in the quiet space. "Better, but it's still hard sometimes." Her words hang in the air, a poignant admission of ongoing struggle, a testament to the battles fought and yet to be won. The light shifts again, as if acknowledging her pain, wrapping her in a tender embrace. The room is sterile, bathed in the unforgiving glow of fluorescent lights. An oppressive silence settles, thick and heavy. In the heart of the emptiness, Harris's resolve hardens. A single declaration shatters the quiet. "I understand." The weight of acceptance hangs in the air. The stark room remains unchanged, a silent witness to the moment. In Raven's Hollow, an unspoken tension hangs heavy in the air as they find themselves drawn together. A silent understanding blossoms between them, transcending the mundane as their connection deepens. The world around them fades into a muted background, leaves rustling and birds singing, unnoticed. Their eyes meet, and the world seems to pause, suspended in a moment of profound intimacy. Time stands still as their unspoken feelings rise to the surface, their eyes reflecting a shared vulnerability. In this quiet park, a bond is forged, unsaid yet undeniable, as their hearts resonate in perfect harmony. Harris, a man etched with the weight of responsibility, sits amidst towering stacks of files. Sunlight pierces through the window, casting an ethereal glow upon the chaotic yet ordered space. The shrill ring of the phone cuts through the quiet, an unwelcome intrusion into the calm of the day. Harris's face flickers with a subtle surprise as he glances at the caller ID, a moment of disruption. The phone rings, a silent question hanging in the air, promising an interruption. The room is filled with an oppressive silence, the weight of unspoken dread heavy in the air. Emily's voice pierces the quiet, a tremor of worry underlining her words. "Dad, I heard about what happened," she begins, her voice barely a whisper. Her words hang in the air, heavy with the unspoken. "I wanted to check in." Harris sits behind his imposing desk, his unease palpable as he fidgets with papers. Emily stands near the doorway, her face etched with a blend of hope and anxiety. Harris breaks the silence with a hesitant "So?" Emily mirrors his uncertainty. "So?" Harris inquires with strained politeness. "How are you?" Soft daylight streams through the sheer curtains, casting a serene yet fragile light upon the room. Folding chairs stand arranged in a circle, each holding a silent story of anticipation and vulnerability. Claire sits amidst the group, her face etched with a complex blend of apprehension and weary hope. Around her, a small gathering of people sit, each face a mirror reflecting Claire's own subdued emotions. The room holds its breath, the quiet stillness amplifying the unspoken anxieties and yearnings of those gathered. In the gentle light, every shadow and expression tells a tale of fragile courage and hesitant expectation. In a room bathed in stark, unforgiving light, chairs form a silent circle of shared vulnerability. Tear-streaked faces and vacant eyes reflect the heavy burden of unspoken grief. The support group leader offers a gentle reassurance, a beacon of hope amidst the quiet despair. "It's okay to feel what you're feeling," she urges, her voice a soothing balm to wounded souls. "Healing takes time," she continues, each word a small step on the long road to recovery. In the quiet of his living room, Harris stands amidst the remnants of a shared meal, the silence amplifying his solitude. As he clears the table, his fingers graze something stiff beneath a plate, an echo from happier days. He pauses, lifting an old photograph. His eyes soften, a ghost of a smile playing on his lips as he beholds his wife's youthful radiance. A wave of profound sadness washes over Harris, the photograph a stark reminder of love now lost, of moments that time cannot reclaim. In the dim light of his home, Harris sits, a weathered armchair cradling his sorrow. A faded photograph trembles in his grasp, each line on his face telling tales of bygone years. His gaze fixates on the image, eyes clouding with a mixture of regret and longing. Silence fills the room, broken only by the soft tick-tock of the grandfather clock. Each tick echoes the passage of time, a stark reminder of past choices and their lingering weight. In the quiet of her apartment, Claire sits absorbed at her desk, the soft lamplight casting a gentle glow. Her brow furrows in concentration as her pencil dances across the page, bringing her artistic vision to life. The gentle scratching of graphite on paper fills the room, a soothing melody in her private sanctuary. In this quiet space, her art becomes her escape, a world of her own creation. Harris moves through Raven's Hollow Cemetery, a place where shadows linger even in daylight. He pauses amidst the silent stones, approaching a cluster of graves adorned with fresh flowers. The newer graves stand as stark reminders of lives abruptly ended, marked by simple wooden crosses. In a gesture of solemn respect, Harris bows his head, enveloped in a moment of silent grief. The weight of loss settles upon Raven's Hollow as Harris pays homage to the unseen victims. Harris stands alone in the cemetery, a profound silence enveloping him. The weight of memory settles over Harris, his expression shifting towards a sense of peace. A subtle breeze whispers through the gravestones, carrying echoes of the past. Harris slowly nods, accepting the quiet closure that dawns within the desolate landscape. The fading light casts long shadows across the cemetery, emphasizing the solitude of the moment. In this moment of reflection, Harris finds solace amidst the solemnity of Raven's Hollow. In the dim glow of the television, Harris and Claire find solace on the couch, their gentle smiles weaving a tapestry of unspoken affection. A comfortable silence fills the room, punctuated only by the flickering images and the quiet understanding between them. In a fleeting glance, their eyes meet, a silent acknowledgement of the moment's simple perfection. Bathed in the ethereal light, they share a moment of quiet connection, their bond deepening with each shared glance and unspoken word. In the soft glow of Claire's apartment, a moment of quiet anticipation hangs in the air. A tentative kiss blossoms, a delicate dance of emotions unfolding. The kiss deepens, reflecting the growing feelings between them. As the kiss ends, their eyes meet, a silent acknowledgement of a bond deepening. Under the bright, cheerful sun, Harris and Claire stroll through Raven's Hollow, their hands intertwined. They share a tender moment, their smiles reflecting the warmth of the day. The town square buzzes with life as they pass by, their connection a serene contrast to the lively backdrop. Enjoying the simple pleasure of companionship, they continue their walk, bathed in the golden sunlight. In Raven's Hollow Town Square, a moment of quiet observation unfolds as they pause, their eyes drawn to the carefree laughter of playing children. A shared feeling of hope begins to bloom between them, a silent promise whispered on the gentle breeze. The children's joyous play fills the square, their laughter echoing like a sweet melody, a beacon of light in the heart of Raven's Hollow. In this simple scene, a profound connection forms, their hearts united by a shared vision of a brighter future for Raven's Hollow. Harris is lost in the labyrinth of paperwork, his figure a silhouette against the bright morning light. The morning light casts long shadows, the room filled with the silent dance of dust motes. His brow furrows in concentration, a subtle glint of determination flickering in his eyes. He's back on the hunt, piecing together the fragments of a new case with renewed vigor. Each document holds a piece of the puzzle, his mind racing to connect the hidden dots. As the sun dips below the horizon, Harris and Claire sit together on a weathered bench, silhouettes against the fiery sky. The last rays of sunlight paint the sky in fiery hues, casting long shadows across Raven's Hollow. Bathed in the warm glow, they are lost in contemplation as the day fades into twilight. A peaceful silence settles over Raven's Hollow, broken only by the gentle rustling of leaves. The world seems to hold its breath as the last sliver of sun disappears, leaving a sky full of stars. In the fading light, Harris and Claire remain, two souls connected by the beauty of a shared moment. Bathed in soft, warm light, Harris and Claire find solace in each other's presence, a comfortable silence weaving between them. The stillness of the night carries the intoxicating scent of night-blooming jasmine, enhancing the quiet intimacy. Harris breaks the silence, his voice gentle. "It's a beautiful night." Claire responds softly, her voice filled with contentment. "Yes, it is." They share a tender smile, a fragile hope blossoming in their hearts, illuminated by the gentle light.